We have 3 steps here for events in object-oriented programming. Steps for event handling. First, we will have a triggering method here. Triggering method. Okay. So it is a method. It is a method. It is a method which will raise the event. This is going to simply raise the event. Okay. This is known as triggering method. Then we will have a event handler method. So it will handle the event. Now both these methods belong to 2 different classes, right? So we will have to simply register this event handler method to the object of triggering method class. So we will have another one, register the event handler method using set handler statement. This is a keyword. So using this statement, what we will do, we will register the event handler method with object of triggering class. 3 steps we must follow for event in case of our object oriented programming. Register the event handler method using set handler statement and with object of triggering class. Okay, right? So again, I will take a simple example. Requirement, very simple requirement. Display sales order data, or let's say this time I'll display employee data. And if the input is wrong, we will display a message or text using the concept of events in object oriented programming. Concept of events in object oriented programming. This is the requirement which I am taking now. Okay, let's see that. I will go and create one class. SC38 events in OOABAP. Events in object oriented programming. So as usual, I will simply create the structures. Begin of ty employee, column names, type its data element, column name, type its data element, column name, type its data element, column name, type data element, end of ty employee. Right, I will declare the internal table and work area. Type table of ty employee, ls employee, type ty employee. Right, there should be no doubt now declaring in the internal table and work area. This is the usual thing which we always do. Then I will create a select option again. So lvmpid, type its data element, and I will simply declare the select option. SEMPID for my local variable, right? Simple declaration. Go to text element and selection text, range for employee ID. Okay, now I will create my class. So class employee data definition. This is my class. I will have public section here. I will declare one methods. So method display employee. Then I will declare one event here. So events, let's say wrong input. Wrong input I will declare, and end class. Then I will have the implementation class employee data implementation end class, and then I will have its method here, method display employee and method. I will simply write the selection logic, select EMP ID, EMP name, department, another column manager from my table name, into table LT employee, where EMP ID in SEMP ID, right? Then I will give a if condition if LT employee is empty. So if it is initial, I will raise this event. This is my triggering method. So raise event wrong input. I will simply raise this event wrong input here, right? Check it, activate it. So wrong input here, I am raising it. So this is my triggering method. I have declared it and I am raising it. So this is one class in which I am raising it. Then the second step, I will have event handler method. I need a event handler. So I will declare one more class here. Class, I will name it event handler here. And class, definition and class. In this class, I will declare the public section and I will declare the event handler method. So method event and what should we say? Let's say wrong employee, and we will declare it. So wrong employee methods wrong employee for event name wrong input. What is the name of the event? Wrong input of class name employee data. Wrong input of class name, which is employee data. This is event handler method. Now you will implement this event handler. So class event handler implementation and class declare implement the event handler method here. So wrong employee and method. I will simply display one write statement here. You have entered wrong employee ID. Wrong employee ID. Okay, I will display this message whenever I will not get any data in my internal table. So this is the second step, event handler logic. Declared one event handler method for the event of this class and we have implemented it. Now we will go for start of selection. Declare the object of both classes. So LO event handler is equal to new class name event handler, right? Class name event handler. Then we will have the first method. So allo obj, allo obj. Sorry, what is should be it? Employee. Okay, so I'm going to name it employee. Allo employee is equal to new employee class. Not it is. What is the name of the class? Employee data. Employee data. Okay. Employee data. Right. Then we will do the set handling. So this is my third step. Register the event handler. So register the event handler. So we use set handler. Set handler. What is the event handler method? Wrong employee. And what is the object of this class? Allo event handler. So allo event handler here. Its method name wrong employee for the object of my employee data class. So for the object of employee data class. This is the third step. Handling. Register the event handler using this set handler statement. Register the event handler using this set handler statement, right? Activate it. Now once it is done, you can simply call your employee display employee method of employee data class and you can check it. So hello employee, I will display the employee, call the method, and I will loop and display the data. So loop at lt employee into ls employee and loop and simply display the data. So write statement ls employee, employee id, ls employee, employee name, employee name, ls employee department, ls employee manager. Okay, manager, right? Same thing. So let's check it out and activate it. So I will simply put here debugger and I am going to check what is going to happen. Execute. I will pass here first correct input 105. Execute it. Go for desktop 3 here. Now see here, I'm getting object first event handler object. Yes, for event handler class. Then my LO employee, it should be of employee data class. Yes, it is of employee data class. This set handler is simply doing the registering part. Then we have this employee display employee method. It is getting called. So I'll go and check. I'll press F5. Yes, this select logic is getting triggered. So at this moment there is no record. I will execute this select query and I'm getting 5 record. So it is not empty. So this should not be called, right? It is not getting called. And this loop will execute and I will get the data, right? I'm getting the records. But what if I will pass the wrong value here? So let's say I'm passing here wrong value now. Let's say I'm passing here wrong value now and I will go for execute button. Okay, desktop 3 here. Now let's check it out. So we are calling this method. I will go inside it. I will go inside it and I will check this query. This query is returning me Sai Sabarsi 4. It simply means that this query is not returning any data. If you will check, it is empty, no records. So it is initial. This event will be triggered. This event will be triggered. Yes, we are at line 37. This event will be triggered and we will go to event handling logic. See here. See, you have entered wrong employee ID, right? We are getting the same thing that we have implemented here. Is this the concept of event clear in object oriented programming?